Hey, it's me. Back again. This time from the living room. Because, well, I guess why the hell not? Yeah, so happy Friday. Happy weekend. Happy Memorial Weekend. Gosh, where do I start? Yeah, of course, now that I'm doing something, the cat's gonna show up. Because that's the way she is. Seriously, Trish? You could have showed up here anytime in the last 2 hours, and I'd have been happy to have you here. But now you're gonna just sit down there, brush against my leg, drop on my feet, keep plopping yourself down on my feet because you want attention. I mean, normally I am all about it, but you know, your timing is absolutely atrocious. And I wish that you could see what's going on right now, but she is exposing her belly for me to rub with my feet in true cat fashion. Because apparently, I guess she thinks that I can't carry the video on my own. She's probably right. I mean, I really got nothing to talk about today anyway. I just wanted to play with the camera. Want to play with the camera, maybe see if I can't do anything about this voice of mine. But... So anyway, we are at the beginning of a holiday weekend here in the States. Memorial Weekend. The funny thing is, for me, Memorial Weekend was always the favorite holiday of mine. Just because it was, for me, it was always like the, I know for a lot of people, it really is the kickoff to summer. A lot of people are, they're doing their barbecue things and they're going up, getting their cabins, their lake homes, whatever they got, their second properties on the lakes and in the woods, getting those all opened up for the summer because, well, that's how people are when they got money. Not that I would know anything about that. Sorry. But, growing up the way I did, I was exposed to a lot of it. Oh dear God, Cat, why are you so affectionate now? You've been hiding for the last 4 hours, and now you're gonna show up, now that I'm trying to do this. So, you know what? Why don't you just come on up here? Yeah, I'm looking at you. Yeah, you can come up. It's fine. Dear God. I will give you attention if you come up here. My feet are okay, but you'll get better pets if you come up here and I can use my hands. It's okay. Okay, you can jump up. It's okay, Trish. Oh, dear God, this cat. Yeah. God damn it. I might just cut the video off now because she is so distracting. But I am not shitting you when I say that she will leave me alone for hours on end if she doesn't think I'm doing anything up here. But the instant that she senses that I'm actually doing something, I mean, I could just be sitting here napping for 4 or 5 hours at a time, and she will be nowhere to be found. But as soon as I pick up a controller, there she is. It's like she can hear me. She can hear me picking up a controller. Just like she can hear that sound. But I don't know. It's not making a sound that I can hear, but just to show up. Okay, Trish, Trish, come on. Enough. Come up. Come up here. Yes, I am telling you to come up here. So I can stop looking away from the camera. So I can start actually doing this video. Ow! That's my foot. That's my toe. That's my little toe you're trying to bite. I'm so sorry about this. Oh dear God, she is really precious, but it's okay. Come on up. All right, let's try this then. Kick out the footrest, and now you can jump up. Okay? Yeah. I swear I don't understand this cat at all sometimes. She was begging for attention, but now that I'm giving her a platform, literally a platform to come up on, via the footrest of this recliner, now she's just gonna sit there and look at it like what the fuck do you want from me? I don't know, but she's making life interesting. Okay, here, finally. God. You know, it's fine that you want attention. I just wish that you were better about when you choose to ask for it. Oh God, the joys of being a cat owner, a cat parent. Yes, yes, come on over. Yes. So, anyway, now that she's up here, I can focus a little bit more. So, yeah, it's Memorial Weekend, like I was saying, and, you know, for me, traditionally, Memorial Day has always been my favorite holiday. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, I have a cat now. A very purry cat. Yeah. And I base a lot of that on my history with, you know, just, you know, with, you know, the way the weather is, you know, at this time of year. It's always been my favorite time because it's, you know, it's not, we haven't reached the summer heat yet, but it's still, we're still past the, you know, the cold of winter and spring. And we have all of June and July and August to go through yet before things start turning in September. It's like this is where we have, you know, where we have the most promise. And for me, that's always made it my favorite holiday because, you know, we have so much to look forward to at this point. And yeah, there's no presents or no, you know, no festive trees or anything, but we have, you know, we have the beginning of the summer season. The weather is still nice, and I'm repeating myself. I'm sorry. It's just I have a cat here purring on my chest and helping to conceal my belly fat. Okay. Question is, are the purrs drowning me out? I don't know. Though I will have to admit that in recent years, the Memorial Weekend, this whole time of year is kind of soured in its appeal over the last. Yeah, the downside of having a cat right here is she is shedding a lot. But yeah, like I say, in the what's it been now? The last 7, 8 years now. 7 years at least. My Memorial Weekend, my Memorial season has been kind of, you know, kind of gone flushed down the shitter, if you will, because well, initially I got married on Memorial Weekend in 2017. Unfortunately, that weekend was a disaster. And that kind of started my whole, you know, do I really like this time of year thing anymore? It's just having a hard time with it since then. Sorry. God, I have so much cat hair on my nose and in my nose now. But then it was 5 years ago that my dad passed. And yeah, it was a Memorial Weekend, but it was the midpoint of May, so it's still the same seasonal time, same time of year. And God, yeah, things just for this time of year that used to be so full of promise and so full of just shit to look forward to. And now all of a sudden, I'm just like, why the hell, do I really want to be in this time of year? So I don't really care for it as much nowadays. And do I have a fly in here, or is that a moth? But yeah. But then we get to July and Independence Day and all that shit. I'm just like, yeah, the great days. They mean a lot, to the U.S. and its people. But at the same time, it's not a holiday that I really care for. Just because it's so goddamn hot. And while I used to love fireworks, I don't so much anymore, just because of the noise factor. Like the older I get, the more sensitive to loud noises I get. God, I'm so sorry. I have her hairs inside my nostrils, and good God, is it annoying me. But yeah, so we get into July now, and it's too much. It's too much noise, too much heat. I mean, yeah, sure, still have plenty of summer left at this point, but it just doesn't have the same appeal to it as Memorial Day did back in the day. There was also that part where there was still school in session, but not as much school. Like maybe another week or two. Of course, now that I'm grown up, it doesn't really matter, but it's, yeah, it is whatever. So, anyway, it's a holiday weekend. Here I am, at home, with a cat whose hair keeps getting in my nose. God. Yeah. Yeah, I'm complaining about you. I'm complaining about you. But that's my lot in life. Get cat hair all up my nose and cradle her anyway. Because she'll do that. And she'll purr. And she'll rub against me every time I come home. And meow at me when she wants something. Yeah. Oh, God. So what was I going to talk about originally? I have no idea. I forget. I can't believe I've already had this. I've been assuming a parental role for this cat for almost 5 years now. It'll be 5 years in August since I adopted her. Do I regret it? Nah, I don't think so. She's a good kitty. Most of the time, anyway. When she isn't puking all over my carpeting. Because she eats too fast. Oh, yes. Look at those paws. Look at the paws. Yeah. My fingers taste good? Yeah. And then she does this every time that I start scratching her around the back. She'll just start going to town and licking herself. Doesn't matter where, just anywhere on her back. It can be a lower back, upper back, middle back. Just all along that spine of hers, she's got that reaction. Yeah. Yeah, I'm exploiting you for personal gain. Yeah, but that's okay. Because I still feed you, I still cuddle you, I still give you attention. But yeah, this is the reason why I'd never live stream. Because she is so unpredictable when she's going to show up. And then she will be relentless in her pursuit of attention. That's why I've always got to go with the pre-recorded video. For better or for worse. Yeah. Yeah. Problem is, as a fluffy cat, there is just so goddamn much fur. Alright, I got it. Yeah, I know. But my arm's getting tired. Let's see, there was something else I had in mind. I'm just having a hard time thinking about it. Oh, ow, 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 ow. Okay, so she's had enough, and that's okay. She's still gonna keep swinging her tail in my face. But yeah, now I can actually think about what I was going to talk about. Now I got a bubble in my throat. So yeah. Thing is, I do think about live streaming quite often. I want to. But between the cat here, always demanding attention, and I have a hard time with, I guess you call it multitasking. Between playing a game and providing commentary and like reading chats and whatever, I just don't feel like I'd be very good at it, you know. Plus, there's also that part where who who would really want to tune in, see what I have to say and what I'm playing when, in all honesty, I really am just a mediocre gamer. I mean, I love the games, but I just don't really have the talent. I'm not a skillful player. I'm not, I'm not the kind of person that can just pick up a game and be entertaining at it. And I really don't want to be showing the world your butthole, so please either turn around or jump down. God damn it, cat, please move anywhere but there. Yes, I'm censoring you because you're not being very good for the camera. Okay, goddamn. So she finally sat down. She finally got down. I swear she is a handful at times. But like I was saying, I do want to get into live streaming, but between the cat and my inability to play games well, speak clearly, and just be entertaining in general, I feel like I'm I'm ill-equipped, not suited for it. To say nothing of my voice. But I mean, I'd like to. I know I keep saying that over and over again. And I don't know, maybe it's something that I just would need to dive headfirst into and just practice with, get better, organically. Or is it just a waste of my time anyway? Hard to say. I mean, I would love to, run some test streams. Not using this hardware that I've got though, because to be frank, I would really like to. Well, first I gotta get a new computer. I have one. I have a laptop, but that thing is older than shit right now. It's like it was an obsolete relic when I bought it back in 2016. It was a $300 laptop that I bought just because I needed something to keep me going for my usual web-based stuff. Social media, emails and such. I didn't have a tablet or anything. I just had my phone and the laptop at that point. So prior to that, I did have an actual, like, fairly decent tower, but it came built with a really irritating flaw, which I never got addressed. It was a thing where I could fire it up, I could go online, and most online activity was fine. But if I did something like load up a game or visit certain websites, the network adapter would just stop functioning. And the only way I could get it to work again is if I went in and manually disabled it and then re-enabled it a few minutes later. You can imagine how irritating that would get when you're trying to, to log in and play World of Warcraft, Guild Wars, one of them, and you're logged in for like 45 seconds, then all of a sudden you get the disconnection error every single time you try to load up. And it was something that you couldn't just preemptively take care of. I mean, if I could just disable it and re-enable it, it'd be great. But I would, yeah, sorry, I was thinking wrong there. But actually, what I had to do was I actually had to wait for the error to occur, and then go in and troubleshoot it using that automatic repair tool. well, it would always be, I would have to run the troubleshooter where it would say, okay, reset network adapter, now the problem's fixed. But when you have that happening over and over and over and over again, it just really gets irritating. It's like, why am I afflicted with this thing? So anyway, 2016, I actually bought a wireless USB adapter, and just so because I had moved, and I was no longer in my apartment. Sorry, actually I was living with my parents due to financial reasons. But anyway, I tried using this wireless USB adapter for my internet usage. Well, wouldn't you know it, the same fucking thing would happen. So I got pissed off. I kicked the tower. And yeah, in my aggravated state, I actually wound up destroying something in the hard drive. I tried to start back up after that, and all it would do is just make this weird click click whir, click click whir, click click whir, click click whir. So yeah, that hard drive was totally fucked up. And unfortunately for me, I didn't have any kind of backups. I didn't have a physical backup of the C drive. Didn't have any backups for the drivers for the hardware. I mean, it was all stored in a backup partition on the hard drive itself. You know, as part of the D drive, or is it E drive? Yeah, either way, it was a backup portion, backup partition. So I wound up just totally fucking up that computer. So there I was without one. Sad thing was, aside from that network issue, it played games really well. I mean, I couldn't do like ultra high settings or anything, but I could do medium settings on the few games I played. 45, 50 frames per second. So it wasn't horrible. It was acceptable for someone like me who never really cared about the the highest performance or any of that. But at the time, I was unemployed, or I had just gotten a new job at that point. Had maybe seen one or two paychecks at that juncture. Unfortunately, my car was eating away all of that money, so I really had nothing. So I just took myself to Walmart the next time I worked on the way home. Saw that they got a couple laptops here for dirt cheap. Picked one up, and I've been using that one when I would need a PC since then. Of course, nowadays it takes 15 minutes for it to load up anything. And the X key doesn't work. So, yeah, it absolutely needs replacement. But stupid me, I keep spending all my money on other things because, well, I'm irresponsible as an adult apparently. So, but yeah, someday soon, I hope I'll actually put enough money aside so I can buy a new computer, get a capture card. I mean, I guess I do technically have a capture card, but it's so old that it still runs off component cables, and HDMI is really finicky with it. What was it? The Roxio GameCap HD Pro. think I bought that in like 2012, maybe 2011. But God, yeah, I just never got anywhere with using that thing. But, so anyway, where I was going with that was I need the hardware that can handle live streaming games on PS5, PS4, Switch. I mean, I got a whole fuck ton of Switch games I would love to dive into and stream, but I have no way broadcasting any of that. So here I am, out of luck on that front. At least until such time as I get around to actually purchasing the compatible hardware that can actually handle that shit. Yeah, I need a new computer. The monitor I had back then, that was only a 1600 by 900 resolution display, so didn't even have full HD on that one, let alone 4K, 8K, any of that shit going on. So I got a lot of upgrading to do if I want to get into actually streaming seriously. That's the other barrier I've been focusing on. Like, is it going to work for me? Is it not going to work for me? I don't know. I hope it does. I hope it does work. But no, my luck, I'd go through all that and get comfortable streaming. Actually, find I have a skill for it, but not grow my audience at all or anything. So that's what I foresee happening if I try it. So I've been dragging my feet because of all that shit too. But I know the old saying, you never know until you try. Just wish that trying didn't involve such a heavy financial commitment. Because, I mean, it's not that I'm like destitute or anything, I don't make a fuck ton of money. I make enough to live decently comfortable life, but you know, I'm a single income household of one, plus cats. So whatever money that's required to be put forward to the bills and expenditures in this household, that's all on me. So, and I just have the one job, so I can't. So, gotta be careful with the money. And I say that, of course, I've been spending all kinds of money on decorative shit lately too. So I'm not doing myself any favors whatsoever. I mean, so since March, I think it was, I've been buying disc plates. They go disc plates, and they have just got all kinds of these metal posters, and they're actually decent quality, but they are pretty pricey. So I'm like, I'll see a bunch that I like, and my credit card's right there, my PayPal, whatever, is right there. So I'm just like, you know what? I want some more wall art. So add to cart. Buy. And now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I want to say I've got about a dozen disc plates now. And they generally retail for about $50 each. I mean, I've been buying everything on sale. So it's like you buy 2, you get 30% off. Buy 3, you get 35% off. Buy 4, you get 40% off. So that does help, but I'm still spending a lot of money on it. I just got in four new ones today. You know, that cost me $151. So, and then there is my other recent obsession. With regards to figures. And yeah, it's been between amiibos and actual like anime figures, and I spent several $100s on those too, and I don't really need to. I shouldn't, but I do anyway. See, I think I'm shelling out on average about $65 each for those. And right now I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Over on these two shelves here. Plus I got, was it about a half dozen amiibos behind me. You know, those are like $30 each. So that's probably about $1,000 or so I spent just between the disc plates and these figures, which I guess right there that's your gaming PC right there. So I'm terrible with this kind of shit lately. Oh yeah, plus the games I've been buying. So yeah, money mismanagement is definitely an issue I've been having over the past year or two. Kind of throws that whole cautious spending angle out the window. But what can you do besides not spend money? Actually, speaking of financial irresponsibility, I got a new credit card because my old one got compromised the day of jury duty. Or did I talk about this in my last video? I don't remember. But I got an email message saying that I was getting a new card in the mail. Log in, says your card's been compromised, so we're sending you a new one. Apparently a couple of fraudulent charges were attempted, and they flag those as a problem. So I have to memorize a brand new credit card number after 15 years. And I'm not liking it. It used to be so easy. But now I'm just like, shit, now I gotta go grab my wallet, get the card out, punch in the numbers, double check it, triple check it, hope I didn't fuck up again. It's irritating. But anyway, God. I think I had one other thing I was going to talk about on this video. Damn it, Trish, you really distracted me with your demands for attention earlier. Now I'm all flustered and I can't remember anything. God damn it. Oh yeah. So there's Camp Icon coming up, right? And I don't know. I mean, I've had the ticket reserved and paid for since back in November. I've had the hotel reservation in Lebanon reserved since I think it was January, maybe it was December. And I've had the hotel in what's it called, Brentwood, reserved since was it early last month, or maybe it was in March. Anyway. As soon as it was confirmed where the event was going to happen, I made a reservation in that city for the second night. But yeah, I'm still on the fence if I want to go or not. And I just keep going back and forth like, okay, what... Something, I can't explain what it is, but something is telling me that going might be a bad idea. And I don't know if it's an issue with, you know, with the politics of the area, because it really is, it's been framed as a very uh, hostile area toward LGBTQ plus people, particularly trans people. So I don't know if I should be risking it on with that in mind, or is it some kind of a fear related to my car, or is it fear related to being outed along the way, or is it, I don't know what it is exactly. I'm just kind of at a loss for why I feel this way. It's just something doesn't feel right about going. And I'm trying to convince myself that I'm just being overly paranoid, that nothing's really going to happen. But I still feel like I maybe shouldn't go to this thing. And, well, do you think I'm wrong? Or do you think that there's merit to my apprehension surrounding going? Because I don't know, I've never tried a road trip like this before, particularly on my own, and who knows what could happen along the way. Especially because right now you can probably tell that my voice just isn't where it needs to be. And that's the part that really scares me, is that I'm not going to have a passing voice for it. I'm going to get outed because my voice is just, it's not feminine enough to not raise suspicions when I try talking to someone. So I really don't know what to do. It's less than a month away, so I don't really have much time to spare. So I'm just like, do I go? Do I not go? Do I really want to risk, the potential troubles that can arise from going? Or do I just say fuck it, throw caution to the wind, and leave it in God's hands, because whatever happens, happens, So I feel like I'm just at a crossroads here where I need to decide, what my level of confidence is going to be when I don't really have confidence to speak of. And most of that is related to voice dysphoria. Because right now, this is the best voice I can use. I mean, I could, conceivably drop it down, just to kind of demonstrate here. Give me a second. I mean, I could go with a voice like this and really fuck people over. Really make them wonder, because this is the voice that I used to carry with me at all times. Feels really weird using it right now, but I could use that as a parlor trick, right? But no, I really don't like that voice at all. I like the higher voice for sure. If I can just maintain it without slipping into that lower voice, then everything will be great. But I have no idea what voice is gonna come out from one sentence to the next. It just winds up being like, okay, what's gonna happen? Am I gonna add myself to a bunch of redneck strangers, or am I gonna be A-okay? It's like, if I go to work and I'm talking to people, generally I wind up using a lower voice, more akin to this, and it's not a conscious thing. It's very much subconscious. But then if I go out, say I go shopping, or I need to talk to someone in an official capacity at like the bank or at the courthouse, my voice is closer to this, and it still leaves me with some doubt because I don't hear myself as being all that all that feminine, but I know it's better than my quote unquote natural voice. But the question of whether or not it's actually good enough to keep me out of trouble, that's the question. So I really don't know. I am definitely full of doubt on everything at this point. It shouldn't have to be this way. I mean, biology should have been nice to me to begin with. Or fucking hell, at the very least, maybe not throw this gender dysphoria at me at 4 years old. But of course, life can't be that easy, you know? It's gotta be difficult. It's gotta be troubling. It's gotta be cumbersome to get through from one day to the next. Because, hey, why not? So, actually, you know what? I think that's a good stopping point. Just gotta wrap this up here. Maybe I'll go ahead and let this video play out till the end of the Crystal Snail stage. See me have a little fun with the boss. But for now, I'm gonna shut this off. I think I do want to do a second video tonight, just because the whole thing on dysphoria is actually kind of a good point to delve into. So, with that said, I'm gonna turn this off momentarily, and I will talk to y'all again later. Controller says